From Miami, Florida, Miccosukee Casino, I'm Beto Duran alongside 1992 Olympian and former world champion Raul Marquez. Team Combat League is coming your way. Tonight we will see the Washington squad travel down to Miami, and they're going to take on the home team. Raul, I went back there and talked to him, but I know when they talk to fighters it's different. What's the attitude in those locker rooms?
Well, I mean, right now they're looking to get their first win. They're 0-1. The Washington Destroyers are 0-1, but they're led by decorated trainer, very well trainer, known trainer, Barry Hunter. You've seen him in the corner of many world champions, ex-fighters, and, they're excited. They want to upset the home team here in Miami.
In Miami, it's been a while since they've been fighting in their backyard, so it's different when you don't have to go through all the rigors of being on the road, sleeping in your own bed, having those opportunities. It helps you.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're here in their hometown. They're going to have their hometown fans, their families, but sometimes they could get you off your game plan because you cannot fight off the emotion of the crowd and your family. So they got to stick to their game plan. They got another well-known trainer, Herman Caizado. They got a lot of Cuban fighters, and they want to keep their stream going.
All right, Team Combat League, how does it work? Well, there's 24 action-packed rounds. The first 8 are the launch rounds. Then you have the middle rounds, and then the last 8, the money rounds. And you'll be able to see some of the fighters early in the afternoon come back and fight later in the evening. You know why? Because they can go twice, and you do not want to miss the money rounds. Why? Because they count for a lot. It's a 10-point must system. If you get knocked down, 10-8. If you get stopped, 10-7. Now, if you get stopped, you're not allowed to fight later on in the night, and that is a huge advantage if you get the knockout. So that's how it works in Team Combat League, action-packed brawls. And when you go back and talk to the fighters like I did right now, or when you talk to the coaches, you can sense the energy. Let's hear from Washington and Miami. DC ready to go. The Destroyers led by Barry Hunter. All right, what's the attitude with your squad right now?
As always, we from DC, man. You feel me? So with that being said, majority anyway, we had a few kids from other states, but for the most part, we ready to roll. You know what I mean?
All right, when you look at your squad, who are some of the fighters tonight that you're really looking forward to seeing?
I would say all of them, actually. Some of the guys has been off for a while, and they trying to make comebacks, and then you have some that's been active, but fighting better competition. And then you got some that I'm just meeting, you know what I mean? So I really want to see everybody, get a chance to do their thing.
All right, well, good luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
All right, D.C., led by Barry Hunter, takes on Miami. And I know you're going to say this. Watch out for the Foxes tonight. They're going to be put on a show. Finally, Miami is at home taking on Washington. Miami is led by Herman Caizado. Colombia in Miami, and now you finally get to sleep in your own bed. How's your team doing?
Oh, they're doing great. They're doing really well. Excited to be, participating at home again. It's long overdue. Scheduling, it is what it is, and you have to follow along with what the league, puts on the schedule, and we're cool with that too. But being at home is nice.
Last time I saw you guys, you took on Orlando. I was there in person. I was really impressed with your squad. How has your team evolved, and who do you really like on your team?
I like my knockout guys, right? And the team in itself is understanding a little bit the strategy involved in participating in 3-minute brawl, right? So there is some strategy to it. When you get matched up, you have to figure out the strategy for each fight. Sometimes the styles just match perfect, and there's no strategy needed. It's just go do you, right? But sometimes there is a little bit of it. But the team is doing good. 85% of the team are my fighters. They train in the gym every day with me, so it's easy to keep a team together that way. The other 15%, I stay in touch. Whatever they need, I'm as supportive as I can be. So we're pretty strong.
All right, it'll be a good one. Miami takes on Washington. You heard Coach. He's very confident in his team. I love working with this man because I wait to say his nickname later on in the broadcast. El Diamante, Raul Marquez. Miami, Stealth. Washington Destroyers, and you ready?
Hey, Beto, you know how it goes, man. We do what we do. Vámonos, let's go.
And Thomas Triber is our ring announcer. He's ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Team Combat League, a great night of boxing action live from the Miccosukee Casino Resort in beautiful Miami, Florida. Tonight, it will be the DC Destroyers taking on the Miami Stealth. At this time, we would like to thank our great sponsors, Venom, Adams Boxing, and Two Trees Distilling. All of tonight's bouts are sanctioned by the Florida Athletic Commission, Commissioners John Hawley, Adrian Nunez, and Dr. Anup Patel. Executive Director is Timothy Shipman, Assistant Gregory Pitt. Our judges assigned working on a rotation will be Manuel Marquez Jr., Danielle Fitzgerald, Gloria Martinez Rizzo, and Lorenzo Toledo. Our referees assigned will be Samuel Burgess and Alicia Collins. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the time has arrived. Let's welcome our teams. First, coached by Barry Hunter, here are the DC Destroyers.
Barry Hunter leading the squad out in Miami. Michael Fox, Alontis Fox leading the way for them. Really solid squad, the DC Destroyers. Barry Hunter also has Natalie Brown, Nasheed Smith, Jacob Branch, Lauren Michaels, Frank Zaldivar, Adrian Granado's a veteran, David Grayton, and Colby Madison. A good team for Barry Hunter. He's very confident in his squad. Barry Hunter always with the drip. He's got the Jordans on, the Carolina Blue. He's feeling really good about his team as they make their Miami debut, the DC Destroyers. Look at that swag on that team coming through. They were in the back talking to him. Barry has a lot of good things to say about his team. He's like, most of these guys I already know, but there's a couple that I'm learning. And I love the kids that I've just met on my DC Destroyer squad.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, that's the kind of attitude they need to have. The confidence, feel sure about yourself, feel sure about the team, your coach, and listen to your coach. That's very important. Listen to your coach in the corner.
Yeah, Barry, a veteran of the fight game. Such a good dude.
Oh yeah, he's been around.
And now, let's welcome, coached by Herman Caicedo, here are the Miami Stealth.
The veteran name you see there, Yunieksi Gonlzalez. Been around, fought for world title before. That's Velasquez, Daniel Bailey, Victor Abreu, Jessica Schaefer, Aleksei, Dronov, Armando Rabi, Claudio Marrero, Jordan Barrera, Harold Calderon, Victor De Rocho, Nestor Santana. Miami right there, the Miami Stealth. Colombian coach, Coach Caicedo. Said, all right, let's go, let's get ourselves a home fight, and they got that. They had the home crowd here at the Miccosukee Casino and Resort. They're ready to make some noise for the Miami Stealth. We saw this team a couple weeks ago in Orlando. They're quick, they're fast, they're powerful, and they bring a punch.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'm going to ask that you all please rise as we welcome Miami's own Zylene Pacheco to lead us in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, one so proudly we hailed at the twilight broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Great job by Jailene Pacheco.
Thank you very much to Jailene Pacheco.
All right. Miami, DC, in Miami. So the home ring advantage on the side of the Miami Stealth. It's going to get loud inside the Mikasuki Casino and Resort. Great spot for boxing. Thanks for joining us on the Team Combat League YouTube page. The first 8 rounds are available for you.
We get things started with our launch rounds. This is round 1 in the 126-pound weight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner and representing the DC Destroyers, here is Bonaya Abasaba. And fighting out of the red corner and representing the Miami Stealth, here is Victor Abreu.
And you'll hear Thomas Schreiber, our ring announcer, all night long. 24 action-packed rounds. The DC Destroyer squad in the black and blue. Miami Stealth in the aqua with silver. Right for you on the Team Combat League YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe. Leave your comments. We see your comments coming through. Victor Abreu representing the Miami Stealth. The launch rounds, where we're at right now, 8 launch rounds. Then we have 8 middle rounds, and then the 8 money rounds. Fighters are allowed to fight twice. So you'll see some fighters right now, and then they're scheduled to come back in the money rounds. If a fighter is stopped early on in the evening, he or she is not allowed to compete in the money rounds, and that'll be scored for the victory team. So a lot on the line. It's a 10-point must system. And you got to come out super aggressive, and you got to win rounds for your team, Raul Marquez.
That's it. If you see Abreu from the beginning, he's the one that's making the fight. He's applying the pressure. He's trying to cut the distance. But Abasaba, he's using his skills. He's trying to box from the outside, in and out. Use the ring. Use the jab. Touch with the jab. Try to land the big right hand. You see Abasaba, he keeps moving side to side, but Abreu coming forward, trying to land some shots. A little bit off distance. Abreu needs to double, triple with his jab to close that gap, close that distance, then try to land the big right hand.
Y saludos a toda la gente que nos está mirando en Latinoamérica. Shout out to everybody watching us all over the world, wherever you may be. For the middle rounds, you're going to have to subscribe to the BrawlPass Team Combat League. Make sure you follow the Team Combat League social media accounts for all the behind-the-scenes footage of what goes on. A minute to go in the opening round, and you will see the live scoring on your screen. You will know how each and every round is scored. Abreu with overhand right.
Looks like he's closing the distance a little bit. Landing some right hands. But Abasaba's the man, he's got some good legs. Trying to box from the outside. Trying to pick him apart. Using his jab. He's got to hold him there. Get back on the outside.
The action is quick. You only get one round if you're the fighter. So you got to take advantage and you get the round for your team.
3 minutes, 1 round.
Final seconds of the opening round. Miami and DC. Miami Stealth, DC Destroyers.
Yeah, Abasaba feels he won the round.
Yeah, and Barry Hunter looking at his fighter like, yeah, you did.
We continue with round 2 and the 126-pound weight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner and representing the DC Destroyers, here is Jamie Mitchell. And fighting out of the red corner and representing the Miami Stealth, here is Tyler Schaefer. The winner of round 1 by a score of 10-9 was the DC Destroyers.
There you go.
All right, so Barry Hunter had it right. He told his fighter, you were the winner. They got it. Just like that, you hear Thomas Triber letting you know who the winner is. You'll hear that all night long. So the DC Destroyers with an early 10-9 lead. Schaefer and Mitchell. Schaefer in the aqua, Mitchell in the black and blue. It's a good matchup between these two ladies.
Both trying to keep busy with the jab, trying to establish that jab. A lot of in and out, in and out. Looks like they're both counter punchers. We'll see how this round develops.
Venom Gloves, the official sponsor of gloves for Team Combat League, Adams Boxing also. You have the team concept. You have the Miami squad. You have DC, Orlando, Philadelphia, New York, Boston. Also San Antonio, Houston, LA, Las Vegas. Teams all over the country. You have fighters that are seasoned veterans. You have fighters that will be turning pro soon. This does go down on their BoxRec, as BoxRec has produced a TCL line. But it doesn't go down in their official professional boxing.
Well, you got boxers that just want to, they don't have any fights coming up, so they want to stay busy too, Beto.
That's a great thing right there. Where
keep them busy. Get some work in, get some rounds in.
Yeah, and if you're a young up-and-coming fighter, you get some exposure. This Team Combat League is streamed all over the world, live on YouTube, and also the BrawlPass.
You get a little bit of feria too, a little bit of money,
Hey,
so why not?
Always good.
Yeah, everything helps.
And if you're a veteran fighter, you stay busy. You get one of those knockouts that end up on the TCL Instagram. Like, oh, you're still here, let's go.
And they might get, picked to fight another bigger fight, as an opponent or.
Good right hand by Mitchell for the DC Destroyers.
Mitchell really using that jab and that counter right hand.
And in Florida, the women do go 3-minute rounds. A lot of women advocating for that. Amanda Serrano being one of them. And Jamie Mitchell looking good for the DC Destroyers.
She's fighting smart. She's outboxing her, trying to picking her apart from the outside. Just being the more smarter fighter in there.
Action round between the ladies.
I think that's another round for the DC Destroyers.
We
Nice
move
right
now
hand.
to round number 3 and the 135-pound weight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner and representing the DC Destroyers, here is Cobia Breedy. And fighting out of the red corner and representing the Miami Stealth, here is Daniel Bailey. The winner of the last round by a score of 10-9 was the Miami Stealth.
Oh, wow.
The score total is now 19-19.
All right, so the Stealth got the last round. We're tied up at 19. Breedy in the black and blue. Bailey in the aqua with silver.
Oh, Breedy looking to make the fight, coming forward. It's always like that, Beto. You have an aggressive-minded fighter, and you have a guy that wants to keep it on the outside.
Yep. It's just a mentality of I'm only going to get one round instead of 6, 8, 10, or 12. And you got to go all out for your team. And if you get a knockdown and you get a 10-8 round, that's huge for your squad. If you get a 10-7, oh my goodness, that could change things up so bad. Bailey with the 1-2. Breedy's right there with them, exchanging. Good action between Breedy and Bailey in Miami. It's only a minute into the round. And that's what we're talking about, that quick pace.
Well, Breedy's trying to close the distance right there. Good body shot there by Breedy.
Bailey on the ropes. A hit with the overhand right by Breedy. Bailey needs to get off the ropes, and he does, but he's back on the ropes again. Breedy's like that pit bull, just goes after you.
Oh,
does not stop Raul Marquez.
You're right, Pitbull style. You said it right, Pitbull Cruz style. Non-stop like an Energizing Bunny.
Yep.
Look how he's working the body. Now you see Bailey holding on. He felt the body shots, Beto.
Yes, he did. Cobia Breedy in the black and blue for the DC Destroyers. Left hook from Breedy. Very nice. Overhand right, chopping right. Another right hand. A minute to go in the round.
Oh, I tell you what, Bailey's feeling that pressure, man. Every time Breedy gets in, he holds him. He feels the power. He feels that pressure. He's getting broken down. They're breaking him. Some other good shots there by Breedy.
Bailey against the ropes, fighting off the ropes. And attacking the right hand from Breedy. Excellent round for Breedy and the DC Destroyers.
Yeah, good compact combinations. At times he got a little bit wild, but short with his combos and making Bailey back down and hurting him at times.
10 seconds to go in the round.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Ah, the way it ended. Brilliant Bailey. Good job. Good job, gentlemen. Good action.
Yeah, Bailey got some good
We
nice 1-2s in at the
continue now
end.
with round 4 and the 147-pound division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner and representing the DC Destroyers, here is Patrick Harris. And fighting out of the red corner and representing the Miami Stealth, here is Orestes Velasquez. The winner of the last round by a score of 10-9 was the DC Destroyers. The score total is now 29-28 in favor of the DC Destroyers.
So that was a good round for the DC Destroyers. They're up by 1. DC with the southpaw and Patrick Harris. Orestes Velasquez representing the Miami Stealth, who down by 1. We're still in the launch rounds. If you want to watch the rest of this match tonight, the middle and right hand from Velasquez drops Harris.
Out of nowhere.
Just got him with that right hand. Harris popped up. Are we going to count? We're going to. Velasquez hit him twice, it looked like, Raul. Because Harris went down.
He's going to get warned for that, right?
Point taken away. Because Velasquez hit him when he was down, Raul Marquez.
That's a big loss there,
so
man.
That's going to negate the 10-9.
He could make up for it. You know what? Just get him out of there.
Yep.
Knock him out. That's what he needs to do.
I mean, that'll negate the 10-8. The point taken away from Orestes Velasquez.
I think Velasquez is going for it.
Look at that right hand loaded up. Big shot, and down goes Velasquez this time.
I think that was a slip.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a slip. Off balance.
They're both throwing bombs now. Man, Velasquez coming in, loading up on his shots. 2 minutes to go in the round. I don't know if we're going to get there.
That right hand, I'm telling you, that Velasquez right hand, he's looking for it again. He's trying to set him up.
So Velasquez with a point taken away. Harris dropped.
Harris needs to keep his hands up. Tight defense.
Man. Velasquez in the aqua and silver. Loading up on his shots for the Miami Stealth. Halfway through the round. Harris looks like he's got his legs back.
Yeah, Velasquez trying to pop the jab to the body, trying to feint him. He's trying to set up that right hand. I'm telling you, look at that.
Loaded up is that right hand.
Boom. What happened there?
He went down.
Slip.
And they're going to rule it a knockdown. They're ruling that a knockdown for Patrick Harris. So many things going on in this round.
A lot of drama.
Velasquez dropped Harris. Then he got a point taken away. Now Harris dropping Velasquez, according to the referee. The way things are going, going to run out of points.
Nice overhand right there by Velasquez. But who knows with all those points they took away and knockdowns, and what are they going to score this round?
Good thing we're just commentators. Still 18 seconds to go. Velasquez for the Miami Stealth. And if you're Patrick Harris, you got a knockdown and a point. Does it go down as a 9-8 round?
We'll see.
Well, it's a 10-point must system.
I mean, I saw Velasquez win the round, you know, despite all the drama that we had.
Okay, so let's see here.
Boom.
That's the first knockdown, and that's where Velasquez hit him when he was sitting down.
The 147
so good job of the referee taking away the point.
Yeah.
The ladies in action.
And that's where Velasquez went down.
First, fighting out of the blue corner, representing the DC Destroyers, here is Natalie Brown. And fighting out of the red corner and representing the Miami Stealth, here is Logan Holler.
Still waiting to see how the last round was scored with 2 knockdowns and a point deduction.
The winner of the last round by a score of 10-8 is the DC Destroyers.
So the DC Destroyers.
Therefore, the score total
Crowd don't like it.
Well,
is now 39-36. DC Destroyers with the lead.
so it's a 10-point must system. And because Miami was deducted a point and knocked down, that's why it's a 10-8 round for the DC Destroyers. That's right, 10-point must. So the round goes to DC. So Natalie Brown in there with a 3-point lead for the DC Destroyers in the black and blue.
Natalie Brown using her jab.
Oh! And she's using her right hand.
That too.
Big right hand from Natalie Brown drops Logan Holler, who gets up. Whew.
Let's see if she goes for the finish.
If you're Natalie Brown, you got to go for it. Logan Holler in trouble. Holler trying to hold on. Referee letting him work, and Holler just holding on. Referee's giving instructions, yelling, and Holler just holding on for dear life right now.
Yeah, Brown needs to just go for it. Holler's ready to go, Beto. Overhand right, body shots. She's ready. She's asking for it.
Natalie Brown with a vicious overhand right. Going for it again. Holler's tough.
Definitely taking a punishment to the body and with the overhand right. There you go again. She's ready to go, man.
Yep, Holler's trying to survive the round halfway through
Plenty
the
of time.
fifth round.
Yep, plenty of time for Brown.
If you're the stealth, you don't want to get dropped and have a 10-7 round. You're already down 3 points at home. You can hear the referee say, let her go. Holler just trying to stay close as we approach a minute to go in the round. Natalie Brown stalking, loading up that right hand. So at Team Combat League, you want to get the knockdowns, you want to get the knockouts.
I think she's letting it go, Beto. She should have stopped her.
Put the pressure
got
on.
her. Yeah. Go for it.
Oh, big right hand again.
There you go.
Holler is in trouble, and Natalie Brown has wobbled the legs of Holler.
Referee looking very close, man.
Yep.
I'm surprised he hasn't jumped in. One more big right hand. Here it comes.
Holler dropped again.
She fell.
She's exhausted.
Yeah, she's exhausted. She wants to give up. No mas.
And the referee stops it.
No mas.
With 11 seconds to go in the round, it is over. Brown with a big 10-7 round for the DC Destroyers. Holler was game, but it was too much roll.
Yeah, too much pressure. Too much power by Brown. You see the big right hand. Lays her out.
We now move to round 6 and the 160-pound weight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner and representing the DC Destroyers, here is Mykal Fox. And fighting out of the red corner and representing the Miami Stealth, here is Raidel Rodriguez. The winner of the last round by a score of 10-7 was the DC Destroyers. Therefore, the score total is 49-43 in favor of the DC Destroyers.
Big lead.
Big
lead.
lead.
Barry Hunter and the DC Destroyers. They're listening to their coach.
The professor,
yes.
Mykal Fox. That tall lefty for the DC Destroyers, a veteran of the fight game. Also a broadcaster at times.
Yeah.
He's got Raidel Rodriguez in front of him. A 6-point lead for the DC Destroyers. If you're Barry Hunter, you got to be very happy with the way your team's coming out. Here you see the Cuban Raidel Rodriguez. Look at the Cuban flag on his mouthpiece. Michael Fox, the veteran, he's been around for a while. He actually has a fight scheduled July 20th in the D.C. area.
Well, this helps. Keeps him sharp. Keeps him active. Try different things. Fox trying to keep the fight on the outside, using that long jab. And of course, Rodriguez trying to get inside. That's the fight for Rodriguez. He's got to get inside, and once he gets inside, he's got to work the body, go body up.
We're in the launch rounds.
Yeah, don't allow Fox to hold him.
Launch rounds in Miami. Miccosukee Casino and Resort in Miami is the home for tonight, and Raidel Rodriguez trying to get the stealth back into this mix. Right hand from Fox halfway through the round. Big shot from Raidel Rodriguez. Rodriguez smiles at the crowd that's here for him in Miami.
Yeah, Rodriguez, he's going for it, man. He knows he has to go for it. I mean, he can't fight Fox from the outside.
No, not with that long reach.
No. A little wild at times. Needs to shorten up on his shots a little bit, but hey, he's landing. He's landing. He's landing big shots. And I think he's winning.
Yeah, a little Sebastian Fundora mix in Michael Fox.
Fundora.
He's 6'4", Fundora's 6'6".
The Towering Inferno.
That jab from Fox is nice. That'll keep Rodriguez at bay. And if you're in Miami, down by 6, you just got to start racking up some rounds, chop into the lead. By the time you want to get to the money round, you want to be close, within striking distance. You can hear the referee saying,
yeah, they need the stealth, Miami stealth. They need this round.
Yep.
I mean, they got the crowd behind them.
Of course. And Raidel Rodriguez very confident as the round winds down.
We continue now with round 7 and the 175-pound weight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner and representing the DC Destroyers, here is Nasheed Smith. And fighting out of the red corner and representing the Miami Stealth, here is Yunieksi Gonlzalez.
The veteran of the fight game, Cuban,
the winner of the last round by a score of 10-9 was the DC Destroyers.
Wow, they gave that round to Michael Fox.
Is now 59-52 in favor of the DC Destroyers.
So now a 7-point lead for the DC Destroyers. Yunieksi Gonlzalez, the Orthodox fighter for Miami Stealth, the Cuban.
Right off the bat, Gonzalez cutting off that distance.
Yep. Yunieksi, the veteran, fought Zurdo de Ramirez, Andre Durrell. Been around the fight game for a while.
Definitely a veteran, 39 years of age, right?
Yep.
Very confident, very confident. I think he's looking for the knockout. He needs the knockout. Miami needs the knockout.
Living in Miami now, Yunieksi. Talked with him earlier, and he was talking to you about your guys' experiences going to Europe and fighting.
Back in the days, the amateur days, when I fought some of the Cuban fighters like Juan Carlos Lemos, who ended up winning an Olympic gold medal in 1992. They were the good old days, Beto.
Yeah, and Yunieski talking about his escape from Cuba.
That too.
How he fled to
in a
Cancun in a speedboat.
Yes.
Chasing that American dream. Here he is fighting a Team Combat League in Miami in his backyard. Right hand from Yunieski. Gonzalez said he's fighting Team Combat League. He likes it. He's trying to get one more big shot in the light heavyweight division. It's a good opportunity for Nasheed Smith to get some good work. Get some good footage for him as he gets going in his career for the DC Destroyers. A minute to go.
A lot of clinching. A lot of clinching.
This is a tough round right here.
Yeah, it's tough to score.
Yunieksi needs to step it up for his Miami Stealth Squad that's down by 7 in the launch rounds.
Yeah, something is to be done for Miami.
As Smith slips that and turns around Gonzalez. Nasheed Smith is nice. He's slick. It's hard to hit. He gets in and out. He lands on the left as Nasheed Smith, the youngster.
Yeah, nice 1-2 and again.
Yeah, another 1-2 from Nasheed Smith.
I don't know, but this round is too close. 10 seconds left.
Very close.
Very close, yeah.
Respect between the two. Miami needs a round.
We continue with round number 8 and the heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner and representing the DC Destroyers, here is Jacob Isaiah Branch. And fighting out of the red corner and representing the Miami Stealth, here is Aleksei Dronov.
Time for the heavyweights. Jacob Branch for the DC Destroyers. Aleksei Dronov for the Miami Stealth.
The winner of the last round by a score of 10-9 was the DC Destroyers.
Man.
Wow,
The new score total
they're doing a
is
hell of a job, man, I'm telling you.
69-61 in favor of the Destroyers.
Whoa,
Miami
these
needs to
launch
make- yeah.
rounds.
Miami needs to make a big comeback.
The launch rounds all on the side of the DC Destroyers, thanks to a big knockout from the ladies. And it's just piling on rounds. Win rounds, win rounds. That's what the Destroyers are doing. The final round of the launch rounds. If you want to see the rest of tonight, make sure you subscribe to the BrawlPass. Go to Team Combat League social media. Go to teamcombatleague.com and you can see where you can subscribe to the BrawlPass. They get you access to the middle rounds, the money rounds, and all the fights all season long. Whether we're in Boston or New York or LA, you'll get all the action from Team Combat League. Thanks everybody watching us on YouTube. Saludos a toda la gente que está mirando en YouTube por patrocinar a Team Combat League as we're in Miami, Florida tonight. Beto Duran alongside 1992 Olympian and world champion Raul Marquez.
That's
El
it.
Diamante.
We're having fun tonight. Nice crowd. Oh, nice 1-2 by Dronov.
Yeah, the Migosuki Casino and Resort taking care of us here in Miami, our home in the 305. Oh, good shot from Branch.
Beautiful jab by Branch. Snapped Dronov's head back. But Dronov he's bringing it.
Yep.
He's coming forward, trying to land the hardest shots.
Yep. I've been saying all night long, if you're the heavyweight, you don't need all 3 rounds. Just one big punch can end it for you.
That's all it takes.
And you know you're not going to go 10 rounds. You don't have to waste too much energy. Oh, hook from Branch again. Jacob Branch is looking good for the DC Destroyers. The big boys, the heavyweights are in there.
Branch has to do it, score his points, get out, or hold them, get back on the outside. Use that jab. He's got a great jab.
Oh, right hand from Branch. Dronov ate that. His knees buckled and he stayed up. Excellent round for Jacob Branch of the DC Destroyers.
Yeah, Dronov, he definitely got dazed, but he was leaning on Branch. But he's got big heart, still throwing punches.
And Dronov now to orthodox. 8-point lead for the Destroyers in the launch round.
Actually, it's looking like a 9-point lead after this, huh? 15 seconds
The way
left.
things are going.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it if you're the DC squad. Get on the road, rack up some points, rack up some rounds, rack up a lead. Take the crowd out of it early. Barry Hunter and his DC Destroyer squad looking really good early on in Miami. Yeah, that was the shot from Branch. And here, the heavyweights back and forth. So that'll do it for the launch rounds.
We're going to be going into the middle round.
The winner of the last round by a score of 10-9 was the DC Destroyers.
Yep. I mean, I don't know.
And ladies and gentlemen,
that was huge.
We do have a correction on a score from round number 6. Round number 6 was 10-9 for the Miami Stealth.
Okay, so they corrected round
Our
6.
Our new score total
still 9 points, right?
Is 78-71. Destroyers in the
7
lead.
points.
So that round 6, you and I both said, oh, they gave it to DC.
Oh, yes. That was it, right?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, you're right, bro.
Yeah, so there was
we were confused.
Yeah,
we were confused. Fox or something?
Yeah, Fox.
Yeah, that's it.
So there was a confusion in that, so they corrected it. So now at the end of the launch rounds, the DC Destroyers were on top, 78-71 on the road against the Miami Stealth. So that's what you want to have. So that's where we're at right now. And that's happened earlier tonight. This is the one that's a big advantage. That knockdown and eventually the end of the fight for the ladies. And this is the round 6 where the Mykal Fox was in it. It was scored for DC, but they corrected it. And here in the 8th round, it was for DC Destroyer. So that's where we're at right now, a 78-71 lead for DC. Back here ringside, Beth Duran and Raul Marquez. So if you're DC, we talked to Barry Hunter back in the locker room. He was very confident with his squad. Now I see why, Raul. This team came out really aggressive.
Well, they're sticking to the game plan. They're winning. They're winning rounds. They're up ahead. That's where they want to be. Especially, fight here in Miami. Miami being the favorite. Miami, that gives you an idea of what anything could happen with this concept, right? Miami, Beto, is 3-1. DC Destroyers are 0-1. They're looking for the first win, dude. And you would never think that Miami would be this far down because they got the experience. They've been around. They're 3-1. But DC's doing a hell of a job. Barry Hunter's doing a hell of a job. Great team effort. And that's where they're hit.
Also, when you got to the building today, when you got to the casino, you saw the Miami fans were out here. When the fighters came into the ring, it was Miami. Loud, 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 loud. And right now, they're going to throw out T-shirts. It's going to make everybody loud. But Raul, DC doesn't have any fans here. They've done a great job of silencing the crowd. You've done this, whether you've done international boxing or your professional fights where you've been into somebody's backyard.